I am going to go ahead and
She got it.
Okay. Sweet. All right. So we're all set to get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. If any of you have trouble seeing this screen so you can see our presentation, then drop it in the chat box. Just make sure everybody's muted. Okay. So now that we got that all squared away and we can hear each other, welcome. We're so excited that you ladies are joining us tonight. For those of you who don't know us or one or the other of us, I'm Jessica. This is Heather. We're sisters. Yay. We have a lot of fun doing this together. So there's a few different reasons why we typically see that people are interested in coaching. I'm not sure why you ladies are on here, what interests you in particular, if you just don't know anything about it at all. But typically it's that either you've already been in one of our challenge groups and participated as what we call a challenger, and seen that when you're leading from the front, that you can hold yourself more accountable if it's kind of like your job to work on your health and fitness. So that can really help you with your own goals. Some people are interested in becoming coaches because they just really love to help people. And fitness and or nutrition, either one or maybe both, are a passion of theirs, and that's a way that they really love to help people. So they can use coaching as a vehicle to do that in a business that they own that's on their own terms as well. And then other people, honestly, are really just interested in the income potential and the money-making aspect of it, because let's be real, we all need to make money, right? So whatever category you fall into, or if maybe you don't even know anything about coaching and you're just here to find out what the heck this is all about, we are glad you're here. And what we're going to do tonight is answer all the most common questions that we hear about coaching and just give you our experience and our take and what we can share with you about coaching, and then we'll open it up for questions at the end. So we just really hope to inform you a lot and also have a little fun. We'll probably laugh a little bit because we're tired. And then we'll open up for questions for you guys. So first off, I'm going to get into a little bit of our stories. We're going to try to keep them quick about how we found coaching. I have to drink tea every now and then because I have two little kids that I probably raise my voice at too much. So my voice gets tired. So I found coaching because I was a work-at-home graphic and web designer who was really burnt out, honestly. I've been doing it for years. I had one child and I had just had another. So I had a 2-year-old and a newborn. And I was just thinking, this isn't working because I work from home, but I'm still not free because I have to spend like hours and hours and hours at a computer with clients who are angry all the time. And like, I was burnt out on it. And after I had my first son, I had started using T25, which if you're not familiar, it's a Beachbody program. And before that, I never exercised ever, besides a cycling class here and there. But that was more to just do something out of the house, not because I loved exercise. So finding T25, somebody asked me if I wanted to do it. And I started T25 and I fell in love with not really what fitness did for me physically, but more what it did for me internally. So I went into it thinking I want to lose the baby weight. And halfway into it, I realized I don't even care anymore about the baby weight. It'll come off when it comes off. Like I see it coming off. I ended up losing all the baby weight plus 10 pounds from that one program. But what I fell in love with was what fitness did for me as a person and my mood, my outlook on life. It was just like my therapy, my stress relief. And if any of you are moms, then you know how important that is, right? So I just fell in love with fitness, where I had always been like the computer girl. I just had this passion for fitness from there on out. So after my daughter was born and I was just in a funk, like I was just really like I was hating life, honestly. And I would just sit on the patio every night after I finally got my 2 little children to bed for the 5th time. And some nights I would cry, and I would just like think, I've been doing this for so long. I can't switch now. Like I can't do something different, but I can't see myself doing this forever either. So I ended up, actually, you got me a book. It was about visioneering, I think was the book. Mm-hmm. And it talked about just making a vision for your life. So I ended up making a list of what I envisioned my career or my business or whatever it was to look like, and what I got out of that in my life. So what my priorities were with just being with my children, doing something as a business that was my passion, that didn't feel like work, that I could be excited about. And I made this whole list. I'm not good at keeping things short, clearly. And that's when I realized that I started researching what I could do that would encompass this list. And I realized I could be a Beachbody coach, which I don't know why I didn't realize that before, that I could actually take these programs I was doing and I could use them as a vehicle to help other women and fulfill my passion. And so, long story short, try to condense this. I found Ashley, who is a coach, and she was coaching for a year or two before I became a coach. And it's confusing, but family friend basically through my husband's work. She was mom of five children, like under 8 years old, and 2 little toddlers. She homeschools all of her children. She was making 6 figures a year as a Beachbody coach and was able to bring her husband home from nursing full time and retire him. So clearly this piqued my interest, right? Well, she can do that. I've only got 2 kids. What am I complaining about? I could do this, right? So long story short, I signed up to coach, and it ended up being that it not only fulfilled that list that I was looking to fulfill, that list that I made when I was in that funk and I wanted all of these things, couldn't figure out how I was going to get them, but so much more that I wasn't really looking for, that I didn't realize that I needed. So from there, it's just been all good stuff, and I've been loving every minute of it. So I'm going to pass it to Heather so she can share her story.
Okay, so my story is way different. It's way different, completely different perspective, but with a lot of kind of the same underlying things that I think all of us are really looking for. So I heard about Beachbody first when she started it, and at the time, I don't even know if I had even started working at the gym yet. So I was a full-time personal trainer for the last 2 years, and I don't remember where. I think I was
already at the gym.
Was I? So I loved my job. I loved my job from day one. I love training people. I love helping people with their health and fitness. I love helping people in any way with their life that I possibly can. So I was like all about my job. And so when Jess mentioned Beachbody to me, I was like, that's awesome. Go for it. That's your thing, not mine. So I was like all into my training, and I love my gym, and I still love that gym, by the way, for those of you who are still members there. That place is cool. It's awesome. I love it. But I never saw the outside of that gym. And for me, what's always been most important to me is just having a little bit of freedom. I love to work, and I want to work hard every single day, but honestly, I don't want it to be for somebody else. I want it to be for myself. So I started getting more and more kind of like antsy, and started kind of getting like, I'm losing my mind in here. I need to get out of here. And then Jesse's like putting these little bugs in my ear all the time. And she's like sending me and my husband workouts. She's like, you got to try this. This is going to help you. And she's like, just keeps on and keeps on. And I'm like, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll try it. I did a couple of them, but then I'm like, I got to work out at work. I'm not working out at home. And anyway, so over time, it's like every time I think, oh my gosh, I never see my husband. I never leave this gym. I love my job, but my gosh, what am I doing? There's nowhere to go from here. I can't move up. I'm just going to be in the same place as long as I stay here. So I need to do something else. So then I started thinking, oh my gosh, I want to do Beachbody so bad. And that's been like for the last year. I mean, literally every day for the last year, I got up and thought, I really love my job, but I really would rather be doing something else. I want to be a coach on my own terms instead of on someone else's terms. So, every day I was still helping people that I wanted to help, and still making, I think, hopefully making a difference in people's lives. But like I said, there was just that underlying, like, I just want some more freedom. I want to be able to do it on my terms, and I want to be able to honestly make more money and just keep growing. So, I don't know, 2 weeks ago now, I took the full-time plunge. I've been kind of working it a little bit, and I took the full-time plunge. So here I am. I just did it. So that's my story.
Awesome.
What's our stories?
Yeah, that's our stories. That's what brought us here. So Heather's going to fill you in a little on what we actually do as coaches.
Okay, so as coaches, there are what we call 3 vital behaviors. So the first one you see here is personal development. So you might not know what personal development is, and maybe you think you don't need any personal development, but if we're being honest with ourselves, we all can use some personal development in one area or another, and we can all be better. We can all be better no matter how good we get. We can all be better, and we can all live a more positive life. We can all live more efficiently in the things that we do every day. We can all help people better than we're helping people, so on and so forth. So personal development is all about just working on you, because as women, I think, not just as coaches, or even if you're not in a job where your sole purpose is to help people, I think that we as women give a lot of ourselves in a lot of different ways, and we don't put a lot in order to be able to do that well.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. So personal development is all about filling yourself up so you can keep growing and it's sustainable. So you can keep being a better mom or a better friend or a better wife or just better coach. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So personal development is super duper important. And I think, one point that Jess made earlier that I wanted to make, and I almost forgot just now, is like she was saying, she felt like, I don't have time to do that. Who the heck has time to do that? Nobody has time to spend.
Got time for that.
You know what I notice I keep doing is I'm looking at myself in this picture here instead of looking at you guys. I'm sorry. So nobody has time for that, right? Or you feel like you don't have time for it. But the truth of the matter is there are so many different ways that you can get your personal development. Number one, you can listen to audiobooks, read a book at night a few minutes before you go to bed, read a book in the morning, right, when you get up, whatever. But number two, think about how much time we kind of waste on a daily basis, if we're being honest with ourselves. When we can spend 10 or 15 minutes just putting something in instead of
an audiobook while you're driving. That's what I do.
Yep.
It's a game changer for me.
Yeah. So vital behavior number 2 is be proof the products work. So if you were to, for instance, say to Jess here, who say to Jess here, hey, you need to buy this mascara. You need to buy this mascara. You need this mascara. Your eyelashes need this mascara. And you're going to say, really? You know what? What's so great about it? Well, I don't know. I've never used it, but I hear it's pretty good, right? So no, you're not going to do that, because she doesn't want to know she wants to know what your personal experience is with it, right? So being proof that the product works means you're using it and you're seeing results from it, and people are seeing that and they're like, oh, wow, it's a visible difference, right? So if you see Susie at the grocery store from high school and she's like, man, you look great. What are you doing? And you can say, oh, I'm doing this Beachbody program. I've got all I've got my calendar laid out and I do my workout every day, and you should really look into it. Let me give you some information about it. She's going to see that it's working for you. And that's how you get people interested, because they want to trust you. They want to be able to look at you and see that you aren't just trying to sell them something. Right? right?
Yes.
Okay, so next vital behavior is invite. So a big part of what we do as coaches is to invite people to our monthly challenge groups. So there are a couple different ways that we do that, and it's very simple, super simple. So you can invite in a public post where you just say, hey, this is what I've got going on. If you're interested in jumping in with me, then just shoot me a message or comment here or whatever. So also, another way is that you can send them a message and just say, hey, maybe you've talked to them before and you know they're, in a rut. Just send them a message and be like, hey, what's up? Just want to let you know I'm starting a challenge group and I'd love for you to be in it. Let's do this together kind of thing.
It's just like inviting your friend to the gym with you, except you're inviting them to a group where you're going to pour into them online via an app or via messages where they check in with their progress.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. This is, I think, one of the most important things we're going to go over. So what if these are some common things that people have said to both of us. First one, what if I am not at my goal body? I say that's actually a good thing. I think the most important part of this is people being able to relate to you. And, maybe you are at your goal body and that's great and you can show people how you got there. But if you're not, that's almost even better, I think, because they're going to be on the journey with you. They're going to start with you. They're going to start where you are and you're not like ahead of them saying, come on, you can get here. You're right there with them the whole time. And you're just getting better and better together. And that's super motivating for people. That's where you build the relationship and that's where you really get to help them.
You show them it's possible.
Exactly. Yep. So what if I don't know a thing about fitness or nutrition? Well, you don't have to. You don't need to know any of it. Not a thing. So Beachbody has an enormous amount of resources. Workout programs, nutrition, yada, yada, yada. She's going to get to that in a few minutes, so I'm not going to go into it. But Beachbody has everything that you need to have a successful business. And you don't even have to sound like you know what you're talking about. Again, just being relatable, just saying, look, I'm going to be there with you. I'm doing it too. I'm learning too, but I have the resources, so let's just do it together.
And you learn as you go. So over time,
Exactly.
You know more.
Exactly. So what if I have 5 Facebook friends and never heard of Instagram? Well, let's be honest. Most people are way beyond 5 Facebook friends. But I think most of us start with, just our friends from high school and our coworkers and, some friends of friends. And everybody starts out with kind of
I had never even used a hashtag before I became a coach. Yeah. I didn't even know how that worked.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people don't have Instagram and all that stuff, but that is no big deal whatsoever. Your coach would work with you to build that network and teach you how to just kind of very easily just start, reaching out to people and building that network of people who you can help. So what if I don't want to be a salesperson? Well, neither do we. It's absolutely
no sales
out of the question for me. So let me backtrack to my time as a personal trainer. A few of you actually know me as a personal trainer in the gym, and hopefully you never looked at me as a salesperson, because that's never what I tried to be. And that's what I love about coaching, is that that's not what it's about. You are kind of connecting with people and just saying, come along with me, do kind of like do what I do, and it works. I mean, it's not like you're saying, obviously we're selling a product. There's a product to be sold. There is money to be made from this business because there's a product to be sold. But that's not what it's about.
A service attached
that's
to
not
it.
what it's about. That's not the basis of it. You're really, what you're doing is saying, let me help you. It's really so much more than sales.
And a personal trainer makes commission on all the trainings they sell.
Yes.
So it's the same sales thing. It's just not in person most of the time.
Yeah. And I hopefully none of you ever thought that I was like a salesperson. I mean, those of you who knew me, I think you guys, I don't think anybody ever thought, oh gosh, here comes Heather. I'm going to run the other way, because
she's going to try to sell me another training session.
Yeah, that's not what it's about. So, okay, so what if I am not my idea of the stereotypical Beachbody coach? This is my favorite one. This is my absolute favorite one, because there is no stereotypical Beachbody coach.
There might be in people's minds.
Yes. There is no right way to be. There is no right and wrong way. So the best thing about Beachbody is that it's not about the brand, first of all. It's about each individual coach, because there are people that you guys can reach that I could never reach. There are people that Jess can reach that I could never reach. There are people that I can reach that Jess could never reach, because we're all so different and so unique. And there are people out there looking to connect with people like me and like her and like you. And if you're acting like me or I'm acting like her, then we're all going to be just beating our heads against the wall. We are not going to help anyone. Yeah. So it's super important that you don't try to be like any stereotypical coach. You just be yourself. That's all you need to do. It's like the simplest concept. And it's actually really cool to kind of get to know who you really are and just be that way.
Yeah, it's really cool because you get to be yourself, but bettering yourself every day to be like the best version of you, because you're doing personal development. So I try to gear that towards whatever area I find that I'm having a weakness in. So if I'm not feeling very confident, I listen to an audiobook about confidence or like mastering your inner mean girl or something like that. And then I feel like a rock star. And then if I'm feeling like I need to get better at relationships, then I listen to an audiobook about that. It's like whatever you feel that you need to grow in, you grow in those areas, but you take your interests, the things that you really love, the things that are really unique about you, and you just share those things and be completely yourself. And that's what attracts like the right people to you, because those are the people who are going to trust you. Those are the people you're going to enjoy working with, and they're going to enjoy working with you. And so that's what I love about this business too, is that it's really about being genuine and true to yourself and tying that in a way that you can help other people and inspire them to be their best selves and follow you, because like you said, you showed them it's possible. So love that too. That's my favorite one too. So I'm going to get into what we have to offer. So we do offer what we call challenge groups, or you might call them boot camps, or when you become a coach tomorrow. Just kind of, not really. You can call them whatever you want. So this is another cool thing about our groups, and I don't know if we're going to talk about this later, if I'm jumping to that or not, but you can tie in like, am I jumping?
No.
You can tie in. Okay, good. All right. So I'm gonna do it. You can tie in whatever you want. So there's coaches who tie in their religion, and they make their challenge group about fitness, and also almost like a Bible study group would be, or like a book club group, which with a book that has nothing to do with religion. It could be like the Mastering Your Inner Mean Girl type book, like Confidence or something like that. You have coaches who really their thing is about like having a rock hard, sexy body, and that's like what they love, and so that's what they focus on. And they have people who like that's their thing too, so they gravitate towards that. Someone like me, I would be more towards like the like inward change first, like loving yourself and confidence and just working from the inside out. But I do different themed challenge groups in that sometimes it's like, okay, kids are going back to school. It's like back to you. Let's get like recentered routine. So that's another cool thing, is that every month you're going to run a group, invite people into it, pair them with their fitness program, which I'm about to go through. And you're going to tie into that group whatever you want to share with those people that you think may help them along the way. Clearly, you're going to get them started on their fitness program and hopefully see them through to the end and have them follow their fitness calendar that goes with that program that you help them choose. But then you're also going to tie in any other theme or ideas or things that you think will help them, fun challenges, like little funny things, just encouraging them along the way. So that's where there's a product, but there's also a really big service, because it's really just like sharing what of you think will help them. So we all have different interests, so we can tie those in, which is really cool. So these are the products that, well, these aren't not all the products, but these are just a gist of the main products that we use as coaches. So this is a screenshot here on the top left of our fitness programs, and this is not all of them. We have hundreds and hundreds, but this is screenshot from our on-demand section. So you can give DVDs to your customers, but soon those will be a thing of the past, like everything else, and it will be all online. And people love on demand because they can take this, like Heather would have people streaming it at the gym to do their workouts. So some people love Beachbody, but they don't really want to work out at home. They take it to the gym and stream it on their smartphone or tablet or something like that, stream their workouts. Or you can do this from any phone, tablet, computer at home. You can hook it up to your TV. You can take it with you when you're traveling because it's just all streaming online and you have access to this library full of programs. We have something for everyone. Yoga, Pilates, massive cardio, like serious weights if you want to become a bodybuilder, or things that are low intensity dance workouts, something for everyone, every starting point and every goal, something for everybody. So it's really awesome. And we're always coming out with brand new programs. So there's the fitness programs, but also tied in, if you really think about it, if you think about what it would take, because I know that I think we've probably both looked into starting your own health or fitness coaching business by yourself. If you really look into that, the amount of money that it would take to become certified and do all the things that you need to do, website, marketing, everything that you would need to do to start that business, and then what you would actually have to charge to your customers to be able to make any money, and then the amount of time you would be able to spend with them, probably just virtually if you were going to have a good client base, versus compared to what they would have to pay. And you would probably be able to only check in with them once per month, and they would probably only get advice from you because there's so many restrictions on the material that you can distribute based on your certifications. It really makes more sense to use this as your avenue, as your tool to become that health and fitness coach, because it's all right here for you and it's all such good stuff. So we have the portion fixed eating system, which is not a diet, which is what I like about it. It's not about restrictions. It's about teaching people how to eat the right way. So you see the color-coded containers, and this is just a whole system to teach people how many portions of each food group they need to eat each day and what size those portions should be. So it's just teaching people the right way to eat in a way that's sustainable for life, instead of like a crash diet that they're going to lose weight super fast and then all of a sudden they're going to stop that because it's ridiculous and people need to eat to live. Then they're going to gain all the weight back. So we have Portion Fix. We have a whole performance line, which athletes really love. Actually, it's called Ironman. This past year, the Ironman competition, they used all Beachbody Performance line products as their sponsor and what they gave out at their competition. Energize, if you don't know what that is, it's like a pre-workout, a recover to help your muscles recover and not feel sore so you can work out the next day without feeling like you're dying. Hydrate, which is like a Gatorade type thing, but natural, all these different things in our performance line. We have Daily Sunshine, which is pretty new. It just came out this past July. This is a shake for kids because it's so hard. If any of your moms, you know, it's so hard to get the good stuff into your kids. Like they don't want to be eating the raw broccoli all day long. We don't even want to be doing that. I don't know. Like broccoli. But we're weirdos. So anyways, but Daily Sunshine is all the good stuff, and it's non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, certified organic. What else is it? Certified organic. I don't know if you know how hard it is to become certified organic, but there's like 1,000,001 hoops you have to jump through, and it's super expensive to become certified organic. You can't even be created in a plant that creates anything that is not organic, or you can't be certified organic. It's just a crazy process. But Daily Sunshine is certified organic. And it's just like a daily shake, like a snack or something for your kids to get more of those good vitamins and vegetables and nutrients into them. So we offer that. We have a full apparel line that is launching, and us as coaches, we not only love to wear the fitness apparel because we like basically live in workout clothes, but also we make commission when other people buy that apparel line from us. So we're like the LuLaRoe fitness people. Better? I don't know. We don't have crazy prints though. I hate to disappoint you if you love LuLaRoe, but they're really cute. And then we have Shakeology. So I don't want to offend anyone if you drink like Advocare or like Isogenics or Herbalife or any of those other shakes that you might hear of, but I'm probably going to if you do, because they're full of trash. They're full of genetically modified things, oils, soy, artificial sweeteners, just a bunch of junk that you don't want to put into your body. But if you know anything about Shakeology, it's based on a few different groups of things here. It does contain protein, but it's not a protein shake. It's so much more than that. So it has phytonutrients, which if you don't know, that's just the green superfoods. All of the ingredients, if you want to know more about it, we have a video we can share that talks about where they source the ingredients from, which is all over the world. They teamed up with this man, Darren Oline. You can look him up. He's like a nature guru. And he created this. I mean, he went all over the world sourcing the ingredients for these things in all these crazy countries that have these raw ingredients that they can grow that we're missing in our food today because things aren't grown the way that they used to be. The vegetables that we're eating, yeah, it's a vegetable and it's better for you than the cheese curls, but it's not the same as that vegetable used to be hundreds of years ago. So the green superfoods, and we have superfruits like acai, that's spelled wrong. Acai, goji berry, things like that. And then pre and probiotics, which you need these if you don't know, so your body can actually absorb the nutrients that you are eating and also keep your digestive system healthy and flowing. And I don't know if, I think this is pretty commonly known now that 90% of your health and has to do with your gut. So your gut health is super important. So those pre and probiotics actually replaced the super expensive probiotic I used to buy with my Shakeology. And then adaptogenic herbs. These are just herbs that come from nature and they help your body combat stress. So even if you don't have a super stressful life, which I want to talk to you if you don't, I need to pick your brain. But even if your life is pretty chill, there's all kinds of stressors for our bodies all the time. Even the food that we put in it all the time, there's different things outside and inside that stress our body out. And adaptogens help strengthen your body so you can withstand that stress. And then right here is just a little chart that shows you all of the things that you would have to eat to get the equivalent of what is in Shakeology. So I don't know if you want to eat all that, but that's a lot of vegetables to be shoving in your mouth when you could just eat something that tastes like dessert. But that's just me. It's non-GMO, no pesticides. It's just made of raw food. So we have a coach on our team who is super into, grew up like very natural, nutrition minded. Her mom, I think, was a nutritionist or very into nutrition her entire life. And she was seeing a natural health doctor, which is called a naturopath, but I can never say it, so I call them a natural health doctor so I don't embarrass myself. But she was seeing this natural health doctor, and she was on a million different supplements, and they were pretty pricey too. And she took Shakeology to this natural health doctor, and she was able to replace almost all of those supplements with Shakeology because it's in raw food format when it's made, and most of the ingredients, they're dehydrated in the best way that will preserve the ingredients in that superfood itself. So some of them are in a dehydrator while some of them are out in the sun, things like that. So there's really just a lot of care. You tell I'm passionate about Shakeology. good stuff. Okay, so there's just really a lot of care put into it. So that's why it's really good stuff. And I was skeptic at first. I was like, my husband used to drink all these protein shakes all the time, and for almost they were like, eh. So I just thought, I'm not a shake person. I'm just not like a shake girl. I was just never gonna love a shake. But then I tried and I was like, well, it tastes good. And then I feel like I got dessert, so it just curbs my sweet cravings. I have more energy when I drink it. Everything like flows in a more timely manner. I know that's TMI, but like you want to stay regular. So like probiotics, prebiotics, it's just really good stuff. So I was a skeptic, but my skepticism is gone and I love it. And I drink it every single day. So Heather is going to talk to you more now that you know about what we have to offer. Oh, but real quick, I forgot to mention, that's not all the products. We have workout equipment. So any like equipment you would need for all these fitness programs, we also offer that. We even have beauty regimens. We have a skincare line. We got all that stuff. We have
everything you need.
Everything that you need. Okay. All right. You want to hang out with us more, right? So we have a whole skincare line. There's just so many things that we have. So go on.
All right. So you're sitting there thinking, this all sounds wonderful, but my life is crazy. And I don't have time to do any of that stuff. And you guys are wasting my time right now because when am I going to do this? All right. So, but let's talk about time commitment. So when you're a Beachbody coach, you are your own boss. So that's going to look different for everyone. Every single person that's going to look different for. So, you know, there are a lot of different ways that you can approach your business. And some of you might be interested in just doing it on the side in your spare time as kind of like a hobby. Some of you might be like, forget my full-time job. I'm jumping on the Beachbody bus. I'm not looking back like that I did. And some of you might want to take your time and put in like tons of time into it while you're still working your full-time job in the morning before you go to work, on your lunch break, when you go home at night. It's going to look different for everybody. So basically what you put into it, just like anything else, what you put into it, you're going to get out of it. So your coach, sorry, I'm just scooting all up in your space. Your coach is going to help you figure out how much time you need to spend in order to get the results that you want. So I'm looking at my notes. That's basically all there is to it. I mean, like, I think Jesse's actually going to talk a little bit more about what kind of time she puts into her business later. So I'm not going to go too much into that. But basically, if you want to just kind of get real about it, how much time are you
get real?
Gonna get real. How much time are you wasting every day? I mentioned that already. How much time do you spend watching TV just thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. Today's been the most exhausting day and I'm just miserable and I'm not going to do anything else. But really, you could take
that if you're in a rut, the best thing to do to get yourself out of it is to help somebody else.
Oh,
so turn off the TV, go find somebody to help, and make yourself some money.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you actually don't even have to turn off the TV if you don't want to.
Well, sometimes I don't turn off the TV.
You can still leave the TV on. You can still get your TV
if you can multitask.
Yeah, well, some of us are better at that than others, but anyway, I'm getting way off track.
This is what happens when we're together.
What I'm saying is that if we're being completely honest with ourselves, just like anything else, we make excuses. And there is plenty of room for improvement. And if we just kick ourselves in the butt and make a decision to make a change, then we can do it. Period. Okay. All right. So moving on, what does this cost? All right, this is probably what you guys wanted to know before we ever started. You probably like, I'm about to tune out. When are they going to get to this? How much does it cost? Okay, so,
well, technically, I'll let you. This is your part.
Go ahead.
Well, I just thought of maybe we shouldn't have called this section cost because when you're a working coach, you're making money. So it's profit after your business fees.
Absolutely. That's a good point.
Go ahead.
All right. So up front though, $39.95 coach sign up fee. So the cool thing about this is if you have, sorry, why don't you just get out of the picture? If you have purchased a challenge pack in the last 30 days, then that business fee, or excuse me, that sign up fee is going to be waived. So that challenge pack is going to be necessary for you to be proof of the product. So if you've already gotten that, great. Your business, or I keep saying that, your coach fee is going to be waived. So recurring cost, $15.95 per month business fee. So this is the one I want to stay on for a minute. So this is, again, a recurring fee. And I think, I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking like I got Netflix coming out of my checking account. I got my music app coming out of my checking account. I got my this and that and this and that. And I don't want another recurring fee. But let's talk about what this gets you. So recurring costs covers your website, customer service, shipping, returns, back office. I have to read all these because there's no way I can remember them. Reports, your direct deposit. We get paid every Thursday. If you had your own business, if you're running your own traditional business, you're going to be responsible for all of those things, and those costs are going to cost way more than $15. It's going to be way more than $15.95 per month. There's no way you're not even shipping anything for $15.95 per month. No way. Period. All right. So moving on from there, because like she said, if you're coaching, you're making a profit. You're going to get that back in no time. So benefits. Let's talk about the benefits. As coaches, we get a 25% discount on all products. So everything that she told you about, including the apparel and the equipment and everything we have, everything we sell, we get 25% discount on. So the monthly Shakeology is for regular customers $130 per month, but with your discount, you're going to get it for $98 per month. And so if you average that out, even with paying the $15.95 business fee every month, you still save $16 a month. Plus, you can earn free trips, monthly prizes, and team incentives. And you can see this, lots of opportunity to travel, so many fun and wonderful things right there. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, I mean, the free trips are really cool. So once a year, if you are working your coaching business, then you'll earn a free trip to a different place every year. So it's all inclusive, and you get like resort money to spend on all like massages and everything you want. Plus there's team incentives. So your coach, whoever you sign up to, if you join our team, like we will be doing retreats in the future. So I just went, was it earlier this year or was it last year, to Georgia, all expenses paid. I was in New Orleans in July. We're going to Indianapolis this coming July. And some of those are conventions, so you do pay for portions of that. Some you get team incentives, and then some trips are totally free. So there's just lots of opportunity to travel to new places all the time, which is really cool if you are into travel. And then also monthly prizes for hitting certain goals as a coach. You just get a prize every month. It's a different prize. And like I said, we do team incentives that are cool. We like to give out little prizes to our coaches. So I think that's it.
All right. So now I might have been wrong. I might have been wrong about you guys waiting on the cost, because you really were probably more waiting on the income.
The income, like what you can make as a coach. That's it. So let's be real. I got into coaching because it checked off everything on my list, but obviously one of the things on my list was I need to make money. And I mentioned before that I was already working as a graphic designer, so I still do that. I still have that business, and actually I enjoy it more now because I was able to get rid of like all the clients that I didn't like and replace the income that I was making from them with my coaching business income. So now I just get to pick and choose who I work with. So I still do that business. Oh, where's I going with this? I totally forgot. I was thinking about all those clients that I didn't like, but just keeping it real. Anyways, but one of the things on my list is I need to make an income. I want my income to grow. I want to pay off student loan debt that my husband and I have. I want us to be able to travel wherever we want, whenever we want. I want to retire my husband from his job like my mentor Ashley did. So money is a factor for all of us, and we shouldn't be ashamed of that, because when you're providing a product and a service, you deserve to be paid. Just like a personal trainer makes a commission, just like a doctor is going to charge you all the money that you have in your bank account to see you for 15 minutes. Yes. When you provide a good or a service, you deserve to be paid. So there's no shame in wanting to make money at this business, even if your heart is in the right place and that you want to do this to help people. You still deserve to get paid. In fact, you should probably get paid more because you're doing it for the right reasons. So let's just cover that right now. So let's talk about money. As Heather mentioned, coaches get paid every Thursday, direct deposit right into your bank account. Honestly, one thing I've been super thankful for is that over the past year and a half, I have built up enough residual income, and we'll talk about that in a minute, that during some hard times in the past several months where I haven't worked at all except to check in with the coaches on my team and help them out with their stuff, and I haven't done my own stuff at all because I needed to take a step back, I was still getting a weekly paycheck because of the work I had done before to build up to there and to support my team, who then supported me. And so there's a huge potential for residual income, and it's nice to get a weekly paycheck even when the struggle is real, because we all go through those hard times. And when I was evacuated for Hurricane Irma and our home didn't have power or water for 11 days and I didn't have any internet, still got paid. So just throw that out there. Anyway, so I just wanted to put up a few screenshots here of what weekly checks might look like. So you can see they vary. There's a retail commission. So this is going to be that you make 25% commission on any retail sale. So any fitness program, challenge pack, anything that your customers purchase from you so they can get set up to do your challenge group and participate and have the tools that they need, you're going to make 25% commission on that. There's also a subscription commission. So you're going to build up a customer base who are using our on-demand service, and they can have an annual membership or a quarterly membership, and those subscription fees you also make a commission on. There's going to be team bonuses. So I'm not going to get into the whole breakdown of this because we would be here for a long time, because I'm not good at explaining anything that has to do with math. But if you want to know more about it, we can send you a really easy illustration where you can find out more about all that. But the team bonus basically comes from the volume that you build up on your team, and you can get paid out anywhere from $14 a week to $12,000 a week in your team bonuses. So obviously, as you grow as a coach over time, your income grows and your team bonuses grow every week. And clearly, we all are working towards our team bonus being $12,000 or more a week. So, and there's other bonuses, as you can see. So these are just some examples of weekly paycheck screenshots that I grabbed off. I'll tell you that in the past year and a half, there have been months where I probably worked my business for an hour every day. And there have been months where I worked my business for 2-3 hours in a whole week. So I haven't been one of the coaches who starts out full-time focused from the beginning, because that just hasn't been my story to date. Because I have my other business and I'm home with a 2- and 4-year-old, I've had to do what works for me, but that's kind of what I love about it. I make no less than $1,000 per month, which is great for when you're putting in a few hours per week. And that just continues to grow, as you can see from screenshots. It can grow really high. So let me give you a couple examples. So Shay on our team, After 18 months, she quit her corporate full-time job where she was working on her Beachbody business in her car at lunchtime and at nighttime when she got home. She was a newly wed, and she broke 6 figures and quit her full-time corporate job after 18 months as a coach. And then you have Brittany, for example, 2.5 years in, she started working as a coach when she was a full-time LPM. She's also on our team and super helpful to all of our coaches, which I'll get to that point in a minute. Don't let me forget about that. Her husband was deployed. She was on her own, but she broke 6 figures in 18 months. And as of, this was like probably over a year ago, she was making $11,000 a week plus $120,000 in bonuses every year. So I won't explain the whole gradual progression of rank, but once you reach a certain point, which isn't very hard to reach, you start making bonuses, which can start at anywhere from $250 a quarter, like a quarter of the year. And it goes all the way up to about $67,000 per quarter that you get a bonus just for having a certain amount of people working on your team, basically, is the gist of it. So Brittany does really well with her bonuses because she put in the effort, like really focused her time, even working full time as an LPN, she was able to make that happen. And as I mentioned, I have my personal mentor and Heather, we work with a coach, Ashley, who has 5 kids, homeschools them. It's madness at her house. And she makes it work, retired her husband from full-time nursing, makes over 6 figures, lots of bonuses. So it's there for you to take. It's just like Heather said, you get out what you put in. So I know that the months that I put in a little bit more work, I make more money. The months where I need to take a step back, I make a little less money, but I still have that residual income that's still growing over time. So as long as you don't quit, your income just grows. That's just how it works. So, that's what I was going to say. I told you not to let me forget, but I remember.
I did it.
So speaking of all these other coaches in our team, we all work together. So that's another thing that's really unique about this business. In my other business, I am alone. I'm the accounting person, which I hate. I am the accounts receivable person. I'm the marketing person. I'm the person who does all the work. I'm the person who does all the work that everyone else doesn't want to do too, because it's just me. It's only me. And I don't have anybody to support me or for me to ask them questions about how they did this or what ideas are working for them. It's just me. I'm all alone. And that sucks sometimes because you have to wear all the hats and do all the things that you don't enjoy and you're not good at. But in our coaching businesses, we can make it our own, bring our own style to it. It's really our own brand. Yet behind the scenes, we work with all these amazing women who become like our friends. Well, not like our friends. They are our friends. Sometimes our sisters.
Friends.
Yeah, they are our friends. We spend time with them on retreats. We talk to them on the phone. We build real relationships and we help each other out so much. And I will say that our team of women and some men as well are the most helpful, supportive people who will just we share ideas. We help each other out in any way we can. And even just like outside of business, they become the people who come alongside you when you're having crises in your life that we all have at some point, and they're there to support you. So that's one of those things that in the beginning I mentioned was not on my list. I wasn't looking for friends. It just wasn't on my list. And it's one of the things that I got that I didn't realize I needed was this supportive group of women who were going to be there for me, not only in business, but in life. So that's super helpful because you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to come in and not know anything and figure it out on your own. We're just going to walk you through it every step of the way and help you get out of it what you want to get out. Is there anything you want to add before? Mm-hmm. No? Okay. Is it still? I can't even remember if I'm supposed to shut up now or not. Okay. So, am I talking about next steps? I'm not supposed to shut up yet, am I? Or am I?
I don't even remember this slide.
Well, because this is the end.
Yeah.
So next steps. I'm about to shut up, you guys. I promise you.
It's past our bedtime.
It is. So next steps, if you're interested in coaching, then you just need to reach out and talk to the coach who invited you. So in that case, it's going to be me or Heather for this one. We did this together. Sometimes we do this as a bigger group with some of the other ladies on our team, but we just decided to do this together. So, and I just want to leave you with, before we open up for questions and see if Heather wants me to shut up so she can say anything else, I want to leave you with a quote that I heard the other day. And it says that I would rather be at the bottom of the ladder that I want to climb instead of the top of the one that I don't. And that was really powerful to me because I spent a lot of time feeling stuck because I had always been the web designer computer girl. So I always had to be that person because people might think that I totally lost my mind if I became the online fitness and health coach girl instead. And then one day my husband told me, you don't have to do that just because that's what you've always done. And I was like, oh, that's so simple, but so true. Like, if this is something that interests you, there's really no risk in trying it. The only thing that you're risking is that you're going to make some new friends, learn some things about yourself and some other people. You're probably going to help a few women. You're going to get some awesome fitness programs. You're probably going to get in better shape inside and out. And then if you still decide it's not for you, you didn't really lose anything. It's not like opening up a brick and mortar business where you invested $500,000 and then you were like, this was the dumbest thing I ever did. And now you have to suffer through that for the next 30 years or else you can't feed your children. It's not like that. It's not that deep. Okay, I'm going to shut up. But we're going to open up for questions after Heather lets us know if I left anything out. But after this, next steps would be to talk to the coach who invited you. And then we're also going to paste in the comments here. And if you don't see it, we can message it to you if you want it, a link to an application. So if you would like to join our team, then you just need to apply because we want to make sure that we not only get to know you and what you're looking for in your coaching business a little more, but also that we put our time into the women who are really serious about this, because we do spend a lot of time just helping you and being there for you and supporting you through your business. So it's important that you fill that out first. So we want to work with women who are serious and ready to do this with us and become like our other sister. I'm going to shut up now. Do you have anything to add?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
And if I do, I will surely remember it as soon as we turn this thing off.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can see everyone. And I'm going to unmute you guys for a second. If you have like music playing in the background, I'm not going to be offended. Don't worry. But this is just so if you do have any questions, feel free to say them now. Kimberly, I cannot unmute you. It will not allow me. So apparently you have some music going on. But you can put your questions in the chat or you can just speak them and we can hear you unless you're Kimberly, and then we can't. You have to unmute yourself. And if we don't hear any questions in the next few seconds, then we will call it a wrap and you can feel free to reach out one-on-one. Okay, so I don't hear any questions and I don't see any questions in the chat unless there is a delay. So I think we're going to wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to add? I didn't post the application thing in the 1 sec, ladies. Okay, I'm pasting this here. So if you want to take a second. Oh. Sorry, Crystal, I sent that to you privately. It's not a secret. Everybody knows. You only got that if you used to watch Big Bang Theory a lot. Did you get that? Yes. It's not a secret. Everybody knows. Okay. At the sake of you guys thinking I'm a total weirdo, we're going to wrap this up. and say goodnight. And thank you guys so much for joining us and listening in and spending your time with us here for the last hour. We sincerely appreciate it and hope that you at least learned something that you didn't know before. So
Good night.
Night, ladies. Bye.